The toy collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com, giving you another look, well, not another look, the first look at this. We did post about this some time back, hence another look. This is the Marvel Iron Man 3 Hall of Armour. It's an Amazon exclusive. It appeared many months ago online. We talked about this in the TekSushi podcast, the podcast we run, which you can find links for on our channel. But this set never really materialised, and then eventually, all of a sudden, in the last couple of weeks, did. So this set, it was a bit of an anomaly because it actually contains good figures from Iron Man 3 and Hasbro. We've had nothing but real kind of rubbish really in the last year or so from Hasbro for Iron Man 3. It's all been these assemblers, really not feeling the love, but this pack more than makes up for it. Absolute bargain really for 6 figures. It's $40 on Amazon. There's a link directly underneath this video. Get in there, get this set. I really like it. A few issues about it, but we'll go through that in just a second. When is there never issues? So Tony Stark, Iron Man Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 6 and Mark 42. You really want this for the Tony Stark and the Mark 42. Kicking figures, really are. So there's a look at them in the back and a little bit of yada yada. You can freeze the screen if you want. Mark 2, Tony Stark, looking a whole lot better than he is in the flesh. Mark 1 there, the Mark 3, the Mark 6, and the Mark 42. Definitely the best of the bunch. So inside the box, just to give you a quick look, there is a bit of a diorama kind of vibe going on. Nice to see Hasbro doing this stuff. It's a little bit gimmicky, but it's kind of nice. So we get inside the packaging, it's just cardboard sadly. We get a mini Hall of Armour in there, showing some of the suits, including suits that aren't even in this set, which is kind of silly, really. Like War Machine, and I can't remember that one in the end there, but yeah, tons of that. So a bit of a hodgepodge cardboard display, but it's kind of cool. So how cool would it have been to actually get a Hall of Armour for these figures, but there you go. So these figures have all been released before, apart from the Tony Stark and the Mark 42. Here is the Mark 1. Now, slight differences from the original version. The blue paint, which looks as if it's lit up there, actually doing a good job, is actually full of blue paint. It's kind of sprayed around the chest. A little bit too heavy. You'll see that in some of the other figures. This one doesn't look too bad because the armour is that kind of greyish blue anyway, so it kind of covers it up. But we are missing some detail on this. Here's the original version, my original version, which came with I've got a flamethrower added to it. You can just see on the chest, there were some details. This one with a flamethrower, again the original. Some weathering, some other details. You'll see rather than the kind of mustard suit underneath, it's kind of green or yellow on the new one. So again, missing quite a lot of detail on the new one there. So again, really hunt down the original if you want it. Just weathering and things are the pieces that have been missing. But other than that, it's a pretty standard figure. I'm sure we reviewed this on our channel before, but pretty standard articulation, ball jointed head, shoulders, elbows, swivel wrists on one arm. One arm doesn't work, I believe, from memory. Oh no, both wrists are not movable. It's because of the kind of thick armour that's on there. You do get these ball jointed hips, ball joints on the knees, and you get articulated ball joints ankles. So pretty damn good overall, actually. So not a bad looking figure. That blue is just a little bit kind of heavy. Next figure, Mark 42, Mark 2. So again, on this one, this is the silver model, obviously, the Mark II. Got a hole in the back there for nothing. And that blue spray paint, you can see it's dulled down the front of that figure. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as this one, which we've reviewed on our channel. And there you'll see the difference. So the first original release came with all the rivets and all the details, all the little dots, which is a little bit more screen accurate and just less of that crazy ass blue paint. So not so bad, but not so great. Still cool looking figure. Again, same thing, ball jointed head, shoulders, elbows and swivel wrists on this one. Ball jointed hips, as you can see, double joints on the knees and ball joint with an articulated rocker ankle, although you can barely move it because of the way the suit's made. Next up, Mark 3. I don't have a Mark 3 to compare to, but look, standard stuff if you remember the glut of Iron Man 3 figures that we had. Again, this murky blue has really not worked there for me. It's a nice effect, I know what they're going for, but nah, didn't work. So, paint job, not so bad. Again, really nothing else to report on this one. Again, peg on the back, but pretty standard stuff. Ball jointed head, shoulders, elbows, swivel wrists, and something which gets a little tired is he's got a fist in one hand and hand open the other. The rest of the figures are pretty much the same that way, actually. Bit of a shame. Double joints on the knees and ball joint rocker ankles. When I say that about the fist in, you'll see that on this figure as well, same fist in the hand. So it's all pretty much repaints through, as is the Mark 6. So again, standard stuff. The hand is open, we've got a fist there. Again, the blue's just a bit too thick and heavy, but it's not so bad if you didn't have this figure before. We've got the marking on the back. I should have mentioned they all have peg holes in the bottom. And you'll see, again, pretty standard stuff, ball jointed head, although this one's incredibly hard to move up and down, it just basically won't, so there's not much movement within it. Does have ball joint hinge on the shoulders, and again, those little pieces are removable, you can take them off, they tend to sometimes pop off, those little shoulder pad pieces. He's got ball joint with a hinge on the shoulders, on the elbows, swivel wrists, ball jointed hips, double joints in the knees, it's like a drinking game, and ball joints on the ankles, although a little less movement again because of that display on the armour. Nearly there, folks. We're done Mark 3. What's left? Tony Stark. So Tony Stark is, in actual fact, a G.I. Joe figure reused. You can kind of tell the giveaway there on the knees. So again, pretty simple looking stuff. We've basically got kind of black cargo pants kind of going on. With these trainers there, peg holes in them, ankle rockers, though again not much movement because of the trousers, double joints in the knees, ball jointed hips. Not really much to write home about. It's not so bad. The facial sculpt is okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Again, big hole in the back, so we did give away G.I. Joe figure. Because you can tell also by the metallic pin through Tony's legs. So it's not a bad looking figure, but on the top of it we get ball jointed head. Again, you can see the shoulders, elbows, and swivel wrists, and the swivel torso. So it's not a bad looking figure. And again, that articulation there as well, and as I said, double jointed knees. So pretty cool, but that facial sculpt, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Let us know what you think about that facial sculpt. It's not so bad for a 3 3/4 figure. But the piece de resistance is Mark 42. We have never had this figure made. I suspect Hasbro wanted to make this and had this sitting on the shelf and thought, great, this is the opportunity to bring this figure out here. Why they haven't made this before, I do not know. It's actually a great figure. Brilliant ankle rockers on this guy. You can see them just about in action there. Double joints in the knees, those ball jointed swivel hips, swivel torso, ball joints in the shoulders, elbows, and swivel wrists. And again, we change around this time the fist and the open hand, just for variety, and the ball jointed head. So this actually is just, it's got some great poses on it. There's something about the plastic. It could have been a little bit more shiny, I guess. It's very matte, but I don't care. The figure feels great. There's something about it, the posability, the plastic. It feels like it wants to be posed in awesome kind of display ways. So great looking figure. Actually, really like this one. This is the one you want the pack for, along with Tony Stark. Look, let's face it, at $40 for this pack and 6 figures. That's good value. So there's a link right underneath. Click it, go and buy it. Tell us, it's a great piece. And if you don't like some of these other ones, well, sell them on. Give them to someone that maybe, give them to a kid this Christmas. They'll probably love them. So pretty good figures, and again, a really decent price for them. I used to buy all my Iron Man from DorksideToys.com. When Iron Man 2 came out, I went crazy about every single variation, and then get rid of some and kept the really good ones. But there was some brilliant ones on there. I think they might still have some on their eBay site, some figures there, but they've definitely got bigger versions of this Mark 42 and Iron Patriot and Select and Legends and some other Marvel Universe. You can check them out too. But if you want to get this pack, I'm afraid it's an Amazon only exclusive. So journey to Amazon and you shall get this pack. Love it, but what do you think? Let us know. Leave a comment below. Love to see what you think of this set. Is it worth it? What one's your favourite that I've shown you there? What do you think about the blue light? Love to hear your thoughts. And give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, and let us know. You can also join us for other Star Wars stuff on our flyguy.net channel, and if you want to listen to our TekSushi podcast, just again search for on the TekSushi channel or Google TekSushi podcast. You will find us. You can also join us on Google Plus as TekSushi, on Flyguy, on Twitter. You can join us on Twitter and Flyguy if you want, but twitter.com/TekSushi, and also on Facebook as facebook.com/TekSushi, and also on the TekSushi.com blog. That's enough TekSushi from me. We'll see you for more other Iron Man and other stuff coming up in the future, and I need a drink. See you soon. Cheers.